Hello, welcome to this channel. We are going to post this on two locations. My normal YouTube channel, which is mostly about video products, and a bicycle YouTube channel that I started just for the fun of it. And I'm also going to post this on that. So we are going to have about an hour of video where I'm actually testing two different mic solutions for on the bicycle. And it's so specific that I feel that by making this video for myself, to test, but also to share it, that it might help somebody. So let me explain a little bit what we are going to test. So I'm using a camera on the bicycle, which is this one is now in a box. So let me take it out of the protective case, which is about $9, I think, so it's cheap. So the camera I'm using is quite new. It is the Osmo Action 4, and I use that on the front of my bicycle when I'm doing these bicycle videos. It's extremely stable. I won't talk about all the settings, you will find them online, but if you've seen the videos, I think they are looking pretty okay. But there is some issues in the audio and also some video. So there's two videos. Tomorrow I'm going to post one more about should you use 10-bit log or just a normal setup, how does that compare? But today we are going to listen to three different audio solutions. So you can use the internal mic, which is pretty darn good, especially in vlogging mode. So if you're just holding it in front of you, I would argue that it's almost not necessary to use an external mic. But the nice thing about the DJI is that it also allows you to hook up an external microphone. Now, they have several solutions themselves, and you can buy the Rode mics or the other one. But I decided to go for a new one, which is from smallrig. As you might know, I have some relations with smallrig. This has nothing to do with this. I just bought these because they were cheap on a special discount. I got them for 70 euros, and I think it's a very interesting solution. It's not perfect quality. What I mean with that, I would not probably use it in all situations, but for $70, I think it's good to use it in this situation. So when we throw away the box, what you will get is a small box which says smallrig on it, and it's a battery charging box, which we see quite a lot these days. I'm sorry I'm not using my big YouTube setup, so I will just show it like this. This is normally where I do my Skype calls, so it comes with a fluffy, which you can connect using the pin. And then it comes inside the box with two units, the receiver and the transmitter, of course. So let's first look at the transmitter, because that basically allows you to hook up your microphone in a very secure way. And what we are going to do in the video is actually compare it in two different locations. So the first one is I would call the normal one, which is over here. And when I'm bicycling, I'm going quite fast. So I'm going about 25 kilometers an hour. And today was a very good day, or yesterday when I recorded it, it was a very windy day. And that means if it's windy and you're going about 25 kilometers an hour, it feels like if you stick your head outside of a car window at about 50 kilometers an hour. There was so much wind. So that's why it was a perfect day for me to do 3 times 20-minute loop with the microphones in 3 different locations. The first one was just using the Action Cam internal microphones, which are on the front of it. So they will be on the front of the bike. So let me show you a picture of the bicycle. As you can see, I will overlay it now. I made a special mount. I 3D printed it myself. So that's, for me, it's in a perfect location. It's easy to click on because these cameras use a magnetic connection system. So you can very easily attach it and remove it again. And that also is true on the bicycle. So it's very easy to pop on and to pop off. So that's the first one we are going to test, the internal mic. And I will switch every 30 seconds or later every minute between these mics. So the second solution is the wireless solution that I've shown here, but of course then you also need a receiver. And the nice part about this receiver is that it's small and you can angle it. It's USB. It has almost no buttons and it's quite easy to hook up to this camera. So if you open up the USB port, it's extremely light, and let me clip it in. You can see it looks like this, and it's like 10 grams, something like 10 grams. So it's extremely light and easy to connect. And I just plop it on the front of the bike, and then we are done. So for this setup, I've located in 2 locations. The first one was over here, which turned out to be the winner. So if you don't want to watch more, then you already know, but you probably want to hear how it sounds. And the second one, I put it in my baseball cap on the back of my head. I somehow was hoping that would be a good solution, especially for environment sound. It turned out not to be a good solution, but I did put it in a test. So yeah, why would this make sense if you're doing these types of videos? Because it's very low maintenance. You just click it in, you put it on the bike, and you're done. It records automatically inside the camera itself, so the audio is included. And in the video I will show, I think, first 3 times each microphone without EQing, so without taking some of the noise out, and especially from the drivetrain of the bike. I take it out later a tiny bit, so EQ it a tiny bit to make it better sounding. But I think it's pretty good, especially if you consider it was extremely windy. And I'm not trying to be funny about this. It really was like putting your head outside of a car window at about 50 kilometers or 30 or 40 miles an hour. So yeah, let's get going. Let me show you quickly also this solution in a picture, so that you have some idea how it looks on the bicycle. So I'm displaying that now. And then I will fade myself out, and we will going to watch the video. If you have questions, well, let me say one more thing. There is one nice other feature of this mic. You can use in different locations where you need a USB microphone, but I do find it a bit noisy if I connect it up to my normal computer. So one thing is nice about it, it also has a headphone out, so you can actually listen to what your computer is sending. So practically that means that you could use it for Skype. You are using the wireless mic into your computer, and the audio from the other people in the call will be put back into your ears. And the sound quality is pretty good. You can mute the mic and then you just hear the audio. So you could theoretically also use this solution or the receiver combination for, let's say, 2 hours or 3 hours of just using your normal headphones and wanting to have wireless audio on your laptop. You just plug this in, you mute your mic, and you listen to the audio from your computer. The only downside that I found is that for some reason the microphone is quite soft, and in programs like Skype it's difficult to boost the signal. I can do this with a piece of software. I use Audio Hijack, and there are different types of software that you can do it, but I had to push the incoming audio quite a lot and take out the noise and stuff like that. So it's not perfect for that. So that's why I'm saying this is a perfect solution for action cams or your bicycle or your motorbike or other fast moving things. It's probably also good if you want to do vlogging, but then the camera a little bit further away from you, or if it's quite windy. So I do think this has its place, but not on normal cameras and maybe not on a normal laptop. But I do think it has a very good place in a solution like the Action Osmo Action 4 or the Osmo Action 3 from DJI. So let's get going. Internal mic, which is now of course getting a lot of wind, and we also turned off log, so to see if I prefer that in some ways. So again, might be repeating myself because I think I'm going to put this in 3 videos. Also have to do some wind that we had before. Notice the little guy on the push bike. I was having a discussion with someone, and he called it a push bike, and I guess he meant a normal bike, not an e-bike. Well, we would consider a push bike that you'd use your feet for small kids, and I guess the term now is that might look a little bit weird, the cars in the middle of the roads, but the bike paths, but I'm pretty sure that they are for the maintenance of the shrubbery. But you do notice the difference between, this is not even a school area. So if you now go to a school area, it will be very well, just past the small school. But otherwise it would be way more good. This time of day. But we are not sure, that's why we are testing it. Because I was quite impressed with this setup, even for wind noise yesterday. Now it's a bit more windy, so we'll see how it compares. Yesterday, by the way, I had it in a chest pocket, which is also an option, but in the summertime, of course, not all my t-shirts have a pocket there. You see it on the trees. So I'm also doing this in a loop in still a log. De fietscourier. Kind of an interesting name on that bike courier, as the bike was called bike couriers, which kind of seems most bikes these days, but if you have a big setup, so if you're doing an interview or even if you're on one location, then I'm pretty sure that log is a good idea. But if you're on a bicycle and you're turning into the sun, out of the sun so often, such different then I'm not sure. Holding this book in the cockpit. I doubt that you can hear this. I guess he was cutting this way. In the previous loop we saw him, well, he done quite a lot already in the last 20 minutes. Or are there multiple machines? There's no way that he has done this whole piece. Or he's just going home. Let's see where he left off cutting. La 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 la. Well, he stopped cutting when we were thinking about it. Let's pause this one. Oh, moment. Thank you. Getting a tiny bit more busy. Clearly a foreigner thinking this is somehow for him. No, that's a motorcycle. You're not supposed to be on the bicycle path. Very windy. I would give it a 9 out of 10. So let's see what this does. I guess I could publish a video about this on both of my YouTube channels. 15 minutes in. I'm really wondering what this loop will sound like, but especially what the loop will sound like when we are using the built-in microphone, if the wind level is still the same, because it is quite windy. And here we go again. So about 75% into the last loop. Another 7 minutes we should be back and finishing. I think I'm going to... Of course, if it's windy in the city in the Netherlands, then the wind is also being tuned. It's an interesting way of doing it. But he did give me a signal, but clearly he's in a hurry. He's in so much hurry. Let's see when he decides to pass the Tesla. Again, this is a bicycle street, so... But we see 3-4 cars and 3 ahead. Proving my point that there are cars in the city. But the Tesla is of course following the rules and stopping behind the bicycles. Interesting what happens if he's away. What will the other car do? Speaking less because I forget it, but also I think it won't be that great either. So. But we will see. We have the clean again, so that's good. Let's stay behind him. Of course, then I will be passed. Yeah. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, same amount of wind level as in the previous loop. Really strong now. I think we have a little bit less noise. More wind. We're getting a siren. I'll stay behind. I'll stay behind. Right, is- I guess he's still measuring the window. It's a big job. La 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 la. So that was an extreme audio test.